Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this day of biathlon long distances with time penalties here today at the 2013 IPC Nordic Skiing World Championships, live from Sollefteå, Sweden. My name is Randy Ferguson. It's a great pleasure to be back again with you. The world is watching and listening this morning, and the athletes are definitely ready to put on a show as we see some of the members from Team Germany, Deutschland, and the volunteers and spectators getting ready. Well, winter time is back, my friends. After a few days of spring-like temperatures, it is now minus 14 degrees Celsius, and it snowed a few inches in the last 24 hours. So here is the course for the Sit-Ski Long Biathlon. So this is going to be a total of 15 kilometers, 5 times around this 3-kilometer loop. And contrary to a couple of days ago, if an athlete misses a target, it will not be a penalty loop. It will be a time penalty, so that will be applied to their final score at the end of the day, and that's the way they will be ranked. And for the women, well, it's 12.5 kilometers, and it is the course is slightly changed. They'll be turning around just before the Jan Gulick portion of this course and bringing it to 3K, and it will be a 5-lap for them. And when it comes to our stadium, and as you saw, the temperature, it is minus 7 degrees, but with the wind about minus 12. But they are just little gusts compared to what we had a few days ago. And so once again, the women will be doing 5 times a 2.5. The men will be doing 5 times a 3K loop. The women turning around slightly sooner than the men. So Eric Fraser will be going first. Then we'll be going all the way down to Igor Kuznetsov, who, by the way, this year was 3rd in Cable, Wisconsin. And he'll be 16th out of the starting gate. And all the way to Kozo Kubo, who's already picked up a couple of medals here at the World Championships, and if he has a good chance to win gold and a World Championship title, it is here today in this long distance event. He was the winner in Cable, Wisconsin, and also ended up a 2nd in Vuokoati in Finland earlier on this year. So in the women's race, we'll be starting with Maria Joveleva. And then going down the list with Andrea Esca, hopefully in good shape today and recouped from her crash the other day and a bad performance in the middle distance, be back on the top spot of the podium. And we'll be ending with the World Cup leader. That is Nadezhda Andreeva from Russia. So we are ready to start as our athletes are now taking place in the start zone. And will be, it seems, starting this morning with Alexander Korniko. So that means that probably Mr. Fraser, a non-starter this morning. So that has been confirmed. So we'll be going ahead, I should say, with the Ukraine's Alexander Korniko, our first skier out this morning for the biathlon long distance 15-kilometer sit-ski men. And we will have then 22 competitors if everybody takes the start. So the clock has started. We will count in what we call a ghost skier. That is the start time for the person who has pulled out. So hence we keep all the timing online. And we should soon hear, because it is a 30-second interval, the beep for Korniko. There we are. We are on course, and the racing has started this morning here in Sollefteå. And off goes Alexander Korniko. And he will be followed right after by Sergei Shilov. There we go. The great Sergei Shilov is on course. 8th in a 12.5 kilometer distance held at the Paralympic Games in Vancouver. See how he'll fare here today on this It's pretty technical. Some of the athletes mentioning that they've had to really push it here this week, as Jeremy Wagner, now from the US of A, is on course. It's far from being flat, and a lot of these athletes got their first look at the Sochi courses yesterday during a briefing for the upcoming World Cup test event that will be happening there. So in a couple of weeks, as of the 15th of March, the athletes will be there getting ready for the Paralympic Games. That will be held in 1 year's time. Yuri Kostyuk, now for the Ukraine, on course. 5th place in Vancouver in a 12.5 distance. And this year, once again, the skier from the Ukraine having a very difficult time in Vuokatti, where he placed 15th. And off we go now with his countrymate, Sergei Krishniak is on course. Krishniak finishing just 1 rank faster than Yuri Kostyuk. So this is Sergei Krishniak. Before that, it was Maxim Yarovi. So Yarovi, another Ukrainian. There will be 4 in a row. So this time it is Krishniak. And starting in a few seconds, once again, 30-second intervals, we'll have our 4th Ukrainian in a row here. It will be Mihailo Chachenko, as Krishniak now is on his way. 15 kilometers. It's all about pacing oneself and getting ready. There is Chachenko. '15th in the IPC world ranking right now. So we'll have trips to the firing range at kilometers 3, 6, 9, 12, and a finale at 15. Kamil Rosiek now for Poland. There we go, on his way. For the United States of America, we have in the start gate Sean Halstead. He is off. The second American after Wagner to take the start here today. See how they fare. One man who's done relatively well in some of these events is Andy Sewell. Knassen was an 8th place finisher, having a difficult day, finishing last in Vuokatti. And now number 11, Grigory Morigin, the winner in Vuokatti, 3rd of the IPC ranking as of our latest tabulation. So the last accounting scores show him as the 3rd in ranks, behind Kubo and Mr. Levan. Ilya Ludinov, I'm sorry. As we just saw Ivan Goncharov make his way out onto course. Trygve Steinar Larsen. Gentleman that didn't finish in Vuokatti. Running into some issues there, finishing 6th in Cable. I don't think he's having the week he would have hoped for. He was 4th just off the podium in our cross-country sprint. In our cross-country long distance, ending up way back in 10th. 21st in our short distance biathlon. So we'll see what he can do today in the long distance, as we now have Martin Flagg from Germany. Daniel Knassen now, top finishers in biathlon for the United States, apart from Andrew Soule, who has already collected an 8th and a 9th spot for Soule. For Knassen, he has a 13th in the middle distance and struggled a bit more. Not so bad finishing 12th in the short distance. However, it was a lot more difficult for him in the cross-country event in the sprint, especially finishing 22nd. They're looking to better that. The American team building right now. And we see Igor Kuznetsov, the bronze medalist from Cable earlier this year. That is in Wisconsin, United States. Andrew Soule now, the best skiers for the American team at these World Championships, and also in recent times on the World Cups and at Paralympic Games. He is on his way. Number 18 now. The great names of this sport in the sit ski category from Russia, Irek Zaripov. Zaripov faring a bit better in the biathlon event, especially in the middle distance, where he ended up finally in the top 5, and also in the short distance after some very difficult moments in cross country. One man who had a good run at things in the middle distance 2 days ago at the start, Alexei Bachenuk. However, ending up short. He actually led the race for a few kilometers and finished off the pace and off the podium in 4th place, but only 0.3 of a second from a bronze medal. He faded slightly in the last 2 laps. Now back to the start, Ramil Ilarudinov. Ramil presently 2nd of the IPC rankings, and also he was 2nd at a 12.5, in Cable, Wisconsin, where it was a 15. Dimitri Laban is now on course, as we have our athletes making their way into the shooting range right now. And in first, Alexander Korniko. So we'll see now at the start a man who has already picked up 3 gold medals at this point, and a bronze medal, Roman Petrushkov. He won silver in Vancouver, but that was a 12.5K race. It was considered more of a middle distance. And here we are at the start with a man who could not only continue his ascension to the top ranks of this sport, but could finally collect a world championship title. This is Kozo Kubo from Japan. We'll have the ladies starting very soon. But now we can see our athletes in the range. So for Wagner, 4 out of 5. Korniko, perfect. Now looking at Yorkuschuk. So Kuschuk goes 4 for 5. Now Chachenko. And Chachenko goes perfect here. So leading Alexander Korniko by 10 seconds. No, now Chachenko just taking the lead by 47 seconds over Korniko. Now Maxim Yarovi taking the lead as we watch Kamil Roziek. And Roziek goes 5 for 5, getting tangled in his rifle there. So right now, Maxim Yarovi, Chachenko, 27 seconds behind, 1:15 behind Alexander Korniko, Yuri Kuschuk, 1:25 behind, Jeremy Wagner now in 7th, as Murigan has just gone through, and Murigan is now leading Yarovi by 9 seconds, Chachenko by 36. So Murigan, Yarovi, Chachenko, and all three were perfect through the firing range. Now coming in, Ivan Goncharov. And here also making his way to the range, Trygve Steiner Larsen. And we have started with the women also, as we can see at the top of the screen. We'll get back to them soon, as we saw Zenulina, yes, starting. And now Goncharov. So Goncharov goes 5 for 5. Will he be faster than Murigan, his teammate? Now coming into the range, Daniel Knossen for the US of A, as Anja Vicker takes off in the women's race. So Trygve Larsen just coming out of the range. So Konasen goes 4 for 5. Cost him a 1-minute penalty there. Hence the reason why some of these skiers, as you see, are getting very, very big time gaps with the leaders. So Murigen, Yarovi, Chachenko. Yarovi 9 seconds behind Murigen, and Chachenko 36 seconds behind, but still in the running right now is Goncharov 38 seconds behind, as we'll watch Kuznetsov set up here. And the women have taken off. We just saw Pavlenko on her way. Kuznetsov having to recharge, reload. Don't know if he's running into some issues with his rifle here, but things don't seem to be going too smoothly for him. And he is off. Kuznetsov is back up and going, as we now have Murigen, Yarovi, Chachenko, Goncharov within 38 seconds of the leader. And as you saw there, Kuznetsov missing 1. Eric Zaripov has now moved into 3rd place. So Zaripov is now 3rd. Eric Zaripov is 29.2 seconds off the pace of Murigen. Ila Ludinov now. Ila Ludinov for going 3 for 5. That is going to cost him. That'll push him back by 2 minutes. Alexei Bychenyuk now just behind Yarovi, squeaking in front of Zaripov. And here comes Petushkov. Let's watch his score, as he is looking for perfection here. And Petushkov is clean. 5 out of 5 for Roman Petushkov. That's what he needed to do to stay in contention with Murigen, Yarovi, Bychenyuk, and Zaripov. And here comes his last challenger up to the range for the first try. And that is Japan's Koso Kubo, the last competitor at kilometer number 3 of 15. And here is Kubo. So it is now Murigen. Petushkov is 3.6 seconds behind him. Maxim Yarovi from the Ukraine is 3rd at 9.1 seconds behind. Then it is Alexei Bychenyuk at 17.9 seconds. Dmitry Laban at 26.7. Irek Zaripov is in 6th at 29.2. And here goes Kubo. Really important for him to hit every target if he wants to stay in the running here. He's actually going to be in about 5th place right now, but he really has to get up fast. So there we go, Kozo Kubo. Kubo perfect first time through the range. Let's see what will be his time as he goes by the timing device any second now. So Kubo is 5th, 26 seconds off the pace. And now already coming in some of our skiers here at kilometer number 6 for the men, and we should have our women also making their way here soon. So there we go, our results. Murygin, Petrushkov, Yarovi, all very close to one another right now. And you can see the importance of really having a clean round in the firing range, as we add 1 minute penalty for every target missed. And when you look at the results after only 3 kilometers, if you are a minute behind the leaders, you are in 12th place at this point. So way off contention. And back into the range for a second time is Yuri Koschuk. And here is the leader, Murygin, in at kilometer number 6. Murygin really has to stay perfect here if he wants to hope to keep the lead. God, he's shooting fast. This guy is a real sharpshooter. Murygin clean once again. Should be enough to keep the lead for him. And now our first women making their way to the shooting range with Marta Zenolina, as now Yarovi is ready to shoot. Yarovi 3rd after 3 kilometers. Let's see if he can stay in close range to Petrushkov and Murygin. There we go, he's perfect. So Yarovi, 5 out of 5. And at kilometer number 3, he was only 9 seconds behind Murygin. And setting up now, Marta Zenolina. Zenolina, 4 out of 5. So she will be our reference score here. And now getting ready, Svetlana Konovalova. Already has a medal in the cross-country sprint. Also a bronze medal in the biathlon middle distance. So, this is disaster for Konovalova, not hitting one target. Oh, that is going to be a difficult pill to swallow for her. Now we'll watch seasoned veteran Ludmila. This is Olena Yorkovska. So we're just a bit surprised here as Konovalova not hitting one target. Olena Yorkovska, she is perfect, 5 for 5. So right now, Marta Zenolina, Svetlana Konovalova is 4 minutes and 23 seconds behind. as we now have coming in Ludmila Pavlenko. Pavlenko, 4th in Vancouver at a 10K event. So 3 out of 5 for Pavlenko. That's going to be costly. Anja Vicker now leading by 5 seconds over Yarkovska. Zenulina is 50.0 seconds, 50.8 seconds in 3rd. And we just saw in the men's race Biathlon coming through here, and still at kilometer number 6, Murygin, Yarovi, Chachenko. But the difference is picking up a lot of time here is Murygin doubling his lead. And look at this, Irek Zaripov squeaking into 3rd at kilometer number 3. He was 7th, and we do have Alexei Bychenuk pushing him already down to 4th. So there are 23 seconds separating 3rd and 1st at kilometer number 6. Nadezhda Andreeva for her first time now in the women's sit ski 12.5K event. Andrea Eskau going 5 for 5. She's in 3rd right now. And Nadezhda Andreeva missing 1 target, so that's going to be costly. She'll probably be, in words of the 5th spot at this point. So there we go. A few results as a lot of people have just come through the firing range. Anja Vicker from Germany leading the women's race in front of Olena Yarkovska by 5.1 seconds. In 3rd, Germany's Andrea Eskau is 6.6 seconds behind at kilometer 2.5. In the men's race now at kilometer number 6, Roman Petushkov is 8.6 seconds faster than Grigory Murygin. So both athletes perfect the 2 first times through the firing range. Maxim Yarovi is in 3rd, 20.2 seconds behind. Alexei Bychenuk is 4th, 31 seconds behind. And Dimitri Laban, 32.4 seconds in 5th place. So those are our contenders now for a medal. But one man who has not said his last word as he is coming now into the firing range is Kozo Kubo. And at kilometer number 3, he was in 5th place at 26 seconds behind Murygin. He was at 23 seconds behind Petushkov, who's now taking the lead at kilometer number 6. Let's see what he can accomplish here at kilometer number 6. Second time through the range for Kozo Kubo. And in the women's race, once again, Anja Vicker, Olena Yarkovska, Andrea Eskau are battling it out for first place. Still in the running, Marta Zenulina. And here goes Kubo. One for 1. 2 for 2. He has to be sharpshooting here. 3 for 3. 4 out of 4. And Kubo is perfect. Now all he has to do is motor, because he is still going to be, I think, in about 5th place. So Kubo there, perfect, but still having to motor here. It looks like he's got a 4th or 5th place pace right now. Let's see as he goes by the timing device. That will tell the story for us. So Kubo is in 4th right now, 27.5 seconds behind Petushkov. Then Murygin is at 8.6 seconds, Yarovi at 20.2, Kubo at 27.5, Bychenuk at 31.7, Dimitri Laban is 32 seconds behind. So those are your contenders right now for a medal position here in this men's biathlon long distance sit ski race. Already some skiers coming up to the kilometer number 9 sequence of shooting. In the women's race, once again, it is Viker, Irkovska, Eskau, pretty much off the front at this point. Here we go for the men. Kilometer number 9 for our first skiers. Or Chachenko, we're watching him. Last time round, Chachenko was in 8th place. And imagine he's had perfect shooting, still trailing our leader by 1:10. And right there, Chachenko going through and missing one target, so he's going to drop by about a minute. Well, Chachenko will drop slightly, missing a target. So our results after 15K, Petushkov, Murigan, Yarovi, but still in the running, Kubo, Bychenyok, Loban. Now coming in for their second round of shooting, the women at 5K, and we'll first and foremost see Marta Zenulina, who was 4th at 50 seconds back, missing a target her first time round. So let's watch Zenulina. Hitting 2, 3, 4, and we should be able to perfection. So there you go. Zenulina, second time around, the good one, as she has now hit 5 targets in a row. Kamil Roziek also coming through there for the men. So after 9 kilometers, Murigen still in the lead. But he'll have to wait to see what time Petushkov will post as he is on his way. Last at kilometer number 6, he was 8.6 seconds faster than Murigen. Yarovi now for the Ukraine, setting up at kilometer number 6. Maxim Yarovi of the Ukraine was 20.2 seconds behind Petushkov. Perfect in his 2 first rounds of shooting. And Yarovi is perfect once again. Will he be able to hold on to a 3rd spot right now? And back to the women's race, we have now Olena Yorkovska. Let's see what Yorkovska can score here. Perfect her first time around. Can she keep this up? She's been constant and steady throughout the week, winning in the biathlon middle distance, and she's perfect once again. So the winner of the mid-distance event is perfect once again out of the range. And she has many, many Paralympic and World Championship medals. As now we will see coming in number 37. She was 6th after kilometer 2.5. This is Ludmila Pavlenko. Anja Viker now coming into the range. She was our leader after kilometer 2.5. Let's see if she can keep this up. In our men's sit-ski group, Murigen, Yarovi, Goncharov, still waiting to see the score for Petushkov, who should be coming in very soon. And here we go. Let's watch Anja Viker, leader in the women's race. One for one. Perfect on shot number 2. Hitting bullseye on 3. Good on 4. Can she keep up this pace and keep the lead? Yes, Anja Viker. Anja Viker, perfect once again. Leader after the 2.5K mark for the women. Will she keep it up at kilometer 5? Now back to the men's race. And here is, in the firing range, Roman Petushkov. And Petushkov, once again, at kilometer number 6, had an 8-second, almost 9-second priority on Murigen, his countrymate. And he looks to be perfect here. Is it one miss? Let's see, as the computer will confirm very soon. Yes! Oh, a costly miss here for Roman Petushkov. And now taking the lead in the women's race, Olena Yorkovska has a 2.2 second priority over Anja Viker. So Yorkovska, Viker, Zenulina. Oh, Andrea Eskau now just pulling into second place. 1.8 seconds behind Yorkovska. Anja Viker, 2.2 seconds off the pace. This is going to be a close race in the women's category. And as you can see right now, because of that missed target, Grigory Murigen has retaken the lead in the men's race. Maxim Yoravi is in second, 16 seconds behind, and Bejchenyuk at 27.8. In the women's race, it's Yorkovska. Eskau 1.8 seconds behind. Viker 2.2 seconds behind. So that's our battle for 1, 2, and 3 in the women's race. And in our men's category, well, it is Murigen, followed by Yarovi, 16.7 seconds behind. Alexei Bejchenyuk is at 27.8 seconds, still in the running. Belarus's Dmitry Laban, 32.4 seconds. And with that one target missed, that pushes Roman Petushkov to 5th place right now at 42.9 seconds. Well, the next gentleman coming into the firing range, he has crept from 5th up to 4th. Now will he be able to profit from Petushkov's mishap here and maybe come up and join the top 3 of this men's long distance biathlon race? Here we go. Let's watch the Japanese artist as he sets up in the firing range, Kozo Kubo. So Kubo once again looking to be perfect here, not having the speed of a Petushkov or a Murigen today, but he can help his cause by being perfect in the range. 3 out of 3, 4 out of 4. And Kubo is perfect through the range once again. Now what he has to do is motor and hope to now climb into contention here, as our next skiers coming through here on kilometer number 12, their last trip into the firing range. And Kozo Kubo has moved into 2nd place. He is 11.1 seconds behind Grigory Murigen, who is now coming in for his last shot here. So he will know now that Kubo is only 11 seconds behind him. His coach will be telling him now. And Maxim Yarovi is 16.7 seconds behind. Here goes Murigen. So Murigen now firing maybe for the win here today, but Kozo Kubo is closing in. He's a slow starter. And Murigen missing 2 targets here. Oh, that is going to be costly for Murigen, missing 2 targets. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that is going to cost Murigen feeling the pressure here. And going by at the same time was Sergei Kristyak and also Mihailo Chachenko. Let's see their scores as we have our women coming back in. Marta Zenulina, who has been consistently fourth in this race. So Murygin, Chachenko, Kristyak. Chachenko 1 minute and 44 seconds off the pace of Murygin. And now Zenulina setting up for her turn here at 7.5 Ks. Missing one target on her first time through. Not missing any targets the second time through. Missing one there, so 3 for 4. 4 for 5 for Zenulina. And that should pretty much keep her where she was in about 4th place. Now coming up soon, the leader, Olena Yorkovska, who was 1.8 seconds up on the closing Andrea Eskau, who was only 1.8 seconds behind her, and Anja Viker. So what a race we have in the women's category also. So Zenulina, a time of 29:51 at 7.5 kilometers. But here comes Konovalova, and also the leader from our 5K mark, Olena Yorkovska. Let's watch and see. She has been nothing but stellar, Yorkovska. Perfect on her first 2 times here through the range. Let's watch. Will she be able to be 5 for 5 again and hold on to her lead here? But Andrea Eskau of Germany fast closing in. So Yorkovska has one preoccupation right now. That is German Andrea Eskau. Have to compose, hold the breath, fire. Oh, she's missed one target. Oh, this is going to be costly. That's where that penalty time comes in so bad. So Yorkovska, unfortunately, missing one target there, and you could see just by her reaction, she knows what that means. And in our men's category now, Maxim Yorhalvi has been holding on to 3rd place. Let's see if he can go perfect for a 4th time here in the range. He was only 16.7 seconds off the lead. Right now held by Murygin, and Murygin erring with 2 missed shots, and Yarovi two missed shots also. Wow, a lot of pressure on these athletes. So Murygin, Chachenko, Kostyuk, and we'll see here what the time will be for Yarovi. We're going to have a change in the guard, and that will profit Roman Petushkov, who missed one target last time around. So Maxim Yarovi is 12.2 seconds behind Murygin after 12 kilometers. And now we need to wait and see. Kubo and Petushkov, Bychenyuk, Zlaban, all skiers still in this race. And on the women's side, Yorkovska has a 48.6 second lead on Zenulina, but still Viker, Eskau, Pavlenko to come. As now we just saw number 19 right there, one of the Russian skiers, Alexei Bychenyuk, who at kilometer number 9 was 4th, 27.8 seconds off the pace. And Bychenyuk looking to have a good round here, as he's missed one target. That's going to cost him, but watch out, he has moved into the lead by 23.6 seconds. We have a new leader, Alexei Bychenyuk of Russia. And right now, Irek Zaripov has just gone perfect again. He is now 20.2 0.5 seconds in the lead. Zaripov showing his colors here today, once again hoping to make his way onto the podium. And right there, we have Nadeja Andreeva in our women's race. The women are now setting up here at kilometer 7.5. Let's see if Andreeva can pick up a bit here. Missing one target her first time around. Was perfect the second time around. And seeming to have some difficulty here. She's at least missed one at this point. Andrea Escau is now in the lead by 54.8 seconds. So now Andrea Escau has just gone through. She has a 54.8 second lead on Anja Vicker. And right here, Andreeva having a rough go at it, missing 3 out of 5 targets. So 3 out of 5 missed. We all know what that will mean mathematically for her. That will keep her way down there in the rankings. And right now, I think we have Petushkov in the range. Let's see what that will be for him. And Roman Petushkov has just regained the lead by his power and his strength. He has a full 45.8 second lead on Edek Zaripov. Alexei Bychenyuk is third at 1:06 behind. And here comes Kozo Kubo. This could be Kubo's moment of glory here, as he had climbed at kilometer number 9 into a very comfortable second place, where he was a good 30 seconds up on Petushkov. However, Petushkov having an amazing last lap. Not last lap of his race, but last lap for him prior to coming into the firing range. And here comes Kozo Kubo. Is this the moment? And he knows that they're taking those deep breaths. This could be the moment where he takes the lead of this long distance race. Let's watch and see. Four for 4. 5 for 5. Kubo has gone 5 for 5. As we just saw Murigen now, he knows the time, 46:33.3. That will be the time for Kubo to beat. And what will be his time here at the 12-kilometer mark, as he has gone perfect, 5 for 5 once again. Kozo Kubo is now on the lead by 31.3 seconds over Roman Petushkov. So his mission now is ski, ski, ski for the next 3 kilometers. Oh, what a race by Kozo Kubo here. And we'll go to our finish line as some of our finish times are being posted. Grigori Murigen now, who at the last time check had dropped to 6th place at kilometer number 12, is in first place. Chechenko 2 minutes behind with a time of 48:34.6. Sergei Kishniak is presently third at 3 minutes 53, yes, behind. But watch out now. We are going to go to the range once again, as our women are coming up on their 10K mark. And once again, Andrea Escau was leading Anja Vicker by 54.8 seconds. Olena Yurkovska has dropped back to 59.9 seconds, so a full minute behind on missing that target. So Vicker and Yurkovska right now are skiing at approximately at the same pace as Escau, but via 2 missed shots, 1 each, they are now a minute behind Escau. And now Zenulina setting up to fire. And Zenulina could gain here with a perfect score, because she was 4th, about 48 seconds off the pace of Vicker, hence also about a minute off the pace of Jurkowska. And Zenulina is perfect here, and with a strong performance on this last lap, she could easily make her way onto the podium here in this women's long distance sit-ski biathlon race. So let's see. We'll have to wait for the performances in the range of Eskau, Vicker, and Jurkowska as we now go to our men's finale. This is Korniko. Alexander Korniko finishing in a time of 52:39.1, 52 minutes 39 seconds. And right there, Kamil Rozek, 50 minutes 20. What an effort. But now coming into the range, Olena Jurkowska, and she knows this has to be a perfect go for her, because if not, she could be staring at a spot off the podium, watching the podium from a distance tonight. And let's see as she sets up. So Jurkowska has just gone through, and let's see what her score will be at kilometer number 10. She misses another shot. Oh, so watch out here. This could be a moment of the race where she loses at least a bronze medal here. She is really going to have to ski strong, because it's very close between her and Zenulina. And Zenulina was perfect that time around, and she was only 50 seconds behind her, so Zenulina could be skiing her way into a bronze medal right now. As our men are finishing up here, we see Yuri Kuschuk now in third. Roman Petushkov coming through in a time of 44:39.3. So he has surpassed Zaripov, who is in third, a minute 8 seconds behind. Oh, Maxim Yarovi has slipped all the way into 5th place right now. So it's Petushkov, Zaripov, Bychenyuk, Murigin, and right as we see there, some of the top skiers in the world right now, Zaripov, Petushkov, Bychenyuk have completed. Coming up very soon over the line, our next skier, and also a Russian. That's Ramil Ilaludinov, so not the result that he would have hoped for today. Presently in 7th place, 3.52 seconds off the pace, but 3 missed shots on the day. And here comes one lady to the stadium here, and she is staring at possibly a gold medal today. Can she keep it up? We are talking about Andrea Eskau, who at kilometer 7.5 was in the lead by 55 seconds. Looking to be clean and perfect through this next round in the firing range. So as we just saw, Dmitry Laban crossed the line, and now Eskau. Very important for her to calm herself down, take a few deep breaths, and when she's composed, she will start firing. She knows she has a bit of a buffer, 54.8 seconds a few kilometers ago. the faster skier of that little group, apart from maybe Yurkovska. And missing a target here for her could mean dropping from first, even out of contention. And Eskau here, oh no, has she missed 2 targets for real? Oh, this would be disastrous. No, they look to be showing good. So we'll see as we come through here for the last time on the part of Andrea Eskau. What will be her score? Anja Vicker. So Andrea Eskau now has a full minute and 40 seconds up on Marta Zenulina. And costing her dearly, Anja Vicker with 2 missed shots the last time through has now dropped to 4th. And same thing for Olena Yurkovska. So based on Vicker's 2 missed shots, Yurkovska has made her way and squeaked her way here into the 3rd spot. But here now we are waiting, and here he comes to the finish line. The best time to beat was that of Roman Petushkov, 44:39.3. What will be the time here for Kozo Kubo? He is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, the world champion by 35.3 seconds in the IPC Nordic World Championships in the biathlon long distance from Japan, Kozo Kubo. With an amazing performance here, starting off slow. He was 5th at kilometer number 3, moved into 4th at kilometer number 6, climbed to 2nd by kilometer number 9, and by perfect shooting and great skiing by kilometer number 12 had taken the lead and dominated here as he picks up a gold medal number 1 and world championship. Kozo Kubo from Japan. Roman Petushkov is a 2nd by 35.3 seconds with a 44:39.3, and in 3rd, Irek Zaripov picking up a medal, a minute and 44 seconds behind. So once again, it goes to show you how those time penalties can be costly and how fast the lay of the land can change here in these events. And Eskau has put her stamp on the women's race, so this will be a 2nd championship for her if all goes well in this last loop around the stadium. And we should see the lady who is looking for a silver medal today come into view very soon. There she is coming into the stadium. This is Marta Zenulina. She was hovering around 4th place through the first few laps of this race, but with some poor shooting by some of her adversaries, being Yurkovska and Vicker, she has squeaked her way up and climbed into 2nd place. And this could be a silver medal performance for her. She sets the reference time, 46:45.1. So that will be the time to beat in the women's long distance biathlon here in Sollefteå. 46:45.1. Now coming up on the finish line, the great Sergei Shilov, ambassador for the Paralympic Games in Sochi. And last time around for Shilov, we were looking at a 21st place. Passing the flame to the younger generation now is Shilov, still out there competing. And a big round of applause and cheers for Sergei Shilov as he makes his way to the finish line in the men's long distance biathlon. He will be completing our group here today. A great skier from Russia, Sergei Shilov. And actually picking up a couple of spots here on his last lap. And now this is to the finish line. Olena Yurkovska trying to protect a 3rd place finish right now Here she comes. What will be her time at the end? It will be a time of 47:020, and she is really skied in this last lap. She is presently 16.9 seconds behind Zenulina, and the last skier that we will see very soon is Andrea Eskau. Last skier being of interest for the podium. So we see now our results for the men: Kubo, Petushkov, Zaripov. That will be our podium. And by Chenyuk finishing 4th, Loban 5th, Murigin 6th, Yarovi 7th, Goncharov in 8th, Ilaludinov, Chachenko, Kushtyuk, Kanasin in that order. And once again, if you compare the positions to the number of missed shots, you can see some of those top skiers paying dearly for a poor performance in the range. Now making her way to the end, this is Svetlana Konovalova, and talking about a rough score. Look at that, missing 5 shots, unfortunately, the first time around, and right at kilometer 2.5, she was basically out of the running with those 5 minutes of penalty, but didn't give up, shot very well, as she only missed 1 target per trip through after that. Ludmila Pavlenko, who has been around the 5th rank throughout the race, making her way now to the finish line. And just a reminder, our next races will be starting here this morning at 12:15, so we will now be the afternoon Sollefteå time, and that is in about an hour and 15 minutes time. We'll take a short break between the races, and we are still far from over as we are waiting for Andrea Eskau to make her way to the finish line, looking for another title here in Sollefteå. And right now we are watching Ludmila Pavlenko make her way for the Ukraine to the finish line. She'll be squeaking into 3rd at this point. Unfortunately for her, Andrea Eskau has not said her final word, so she sits 3rd right now with a time of 49:30.3. And it's a waiting game now for the rest of the group, as we now have a visual on our screens of Andrea Eskau of Germany, a 3-time gold medalist in paracycling, also a World Championship paracycling podium member, dominating things during the games in London in the time trial and also during the road race. And here looking for her 2nd title of the week. Having a rough go in the short distance, crashing out. Middle distance, not where she wanted to be, but today she was ready for this race and has slowly made her way to the top of the standing. She was 3rd after 2.5 kilometers, 2nd after 5 kilometers. Took the lead at 7.5, kept it through 10, and while shooting perfectly. Not 1 target missed for her today. And here she comes, the time to beat, and that will be sufficient, is that of 46:45.1. And world champ once again from Deutschland, from Germany, Andrea Eskau, with a time of 45:10.6. She is our gold medalist and world champion. And here come a few more ladies across the line, and we'll be seeing right here Nadezhda Andreeva ending up 5th, and Anja Vicker in 4th place. 47:51.9 is her time, and right there, like we said, those 2 missed shots costing her the bronze medal, unfortunately, because had she missed only 1 shot, she would have been right in front of Olena Yarkovska for bronze. But still a great performance by Anja Vicker as she watches her countrymate Andrea Eskau pick up a world championship title here today in Sollefteå. Congratulations between the two countrymates. As we look down into the valley here and also at our final results, Andrea Escal 45-10-6. Marta Zenulina is 1 minute 34 behind on 2 penalties there. And the third place bronze medal goes to Olena Yorkovska, also on 2 missed shots, so 2 minutes of penalty there, skiing her way back to the top. Anya Vicker is 4th. Ludmila Pavlenko is 5th. Nadeja Andreeva is 6th. And Svetlana Konovalova ends up in 7th today. So amazing racing once again by our sit skiers in this biathlon event. And this was a long distance event, I should say. Getting tongue-tied this morning here. Long distance event, and on penalty times, not loops as we've had in the short and long distance. So the events have now been completed. We know our world champions, and we'll be honoring them tonight at 5:30 Central Eastern Time, Sweden time, as we have a look here on our screens at Kozo Kubo, who's picked up his first world championship of the week here in Sollefteå in the men's long distance biathlon event. And we're going to go see our friend Eva, who is now with her countrymate and world champion Andrea Escal of Germany.
Andrea, congratulations on the gold medal today. How did it feel on the course?
The course was really a good preparation and, in a really good condition. If you look on the last day, it was really heavy to shoot here because of all the wind. And today there was quite no wind, and the course was really good prepared because of the new snow, so it was really fun.
You had two tough first biathlon races. You had a crash on the first biathlon race. The second didn't go too well. How satisfied are you now with that gold medal today?
I'm really satisfied because I was really, I tried to get a medal here in biathlon, and I will be really upset if it was not working. So, and today that was good. That's the best,
What are your plans for the rest of the championships? Any more medals?
Yeah, I will try, but now I have all I deserved, and I'm absolutely happy about the results. So tomorrow is the relay. That's really fun because you have all your teammates around you, and I will give all my best for that. And after that, there is the short distance or middle distance, it's called. And so I will take a look what I can do, but where the field is much bigger in this competition, so I'm not sure about the result.
Thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Yeah, I'm shining like the sun today.
Well put by Andrea Escal. She finishes off with those very wise words. She is shining like the sun today as she's picked up her first world championship, second world championship, here at these IPC Nordic skiing championships. After a rough go at things in the short and middle distance, she is back on top now in the long distance event. And that was very much due to perfect shooting compared to her adversaries and a very strong performance. The snow conditions definitely, as she mentioned, helping her today, and she was right on top of her game and winning this world championship in the women's biathlon long distance. And what a performance once again for this great Paralympic athlete who's shown us her stuff in paracycling and now is starting to shine like the sun on the World Championship Nordic skiing circuit, as she is the world champ. Another man who had a lot to prove after some near misses here is Japan's Kozo Kubo. Once again, in the short distance, he ended up a silver medalist. In the middle distance, he ended up silver medalist. And today was his chance to shine too. From the land of the rising sun, Kozo Kubo shooting perfect once again. And that is what helped him, as his main adversaries, Petushkov and company, missing a few targets. And he was in a very good shape out on course, had good skis, a fast pace as Kubo started, a slow starter usually, went from 5th after 3K up to 4th after 6, then at 9th squeaked his way up into a 2nd place and held that 1st place from 12K up and that after a misfire by Roman Petushkov, but not giving up and showing his talent right to the end. He sprinted in, knowing that he did not want to sit back and enjoy the ride here, because that could have cost him a world championship. So finally today beating the multi-world champion Roman Petushkov by 35.3 seconds. Irek Zaripov ending up in third at a minute 44 behind. So everybody, we are going to take a short break here. My name is Randy Ferguson. It's great to be with you all for these 2013 IPC Nordic Skiing World Championships live from Sollefteå, Sweden. Let's all meet back here very soon for our 12:15 start for our standing men's long distance 15K free technique race. Once again, 12:15 Central Eastern Time, the time here in Sweden. We'll be back for our next round of skiing here at these 2013 Nordic Skiing World Championships from Sollefteå, Sweden.